Angry Joe in here. It's the end of the day. I'm fucking tired.
That was brilliant.
Yeah. Angry Joe here, and I'm with Robert for Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
That's right.
Thank you so much for doing this interview. I appreciate you guys. From what I've seen the closed doors demo, got my hands on the game, guys. Like I said in my Ground Zeroes review, there wasn't a whole lot of content in that, but I could tell, I can tell the potential there, and I'm loving it.
Great.
I'm loving it so far.
Glad you're excited.
So, if you could tell us a little bit about how the game has progressed since we last saw it. It's nearing release September 1st.
So,
and then a few days after on PC.
September 15th.
Why is that it comes out?
Well,
like
we just want to make sure that the PC version, obviously is a little bit different from consoles in a variety of ways, is just the best PC version we could possibly make. We want to make sure that it's just right for that audience and that there aren't any mistakes involved, obviously.
Okay, and I saw some new stuff in the closed doors demo pertaining to base building, choosing the time that you go out. Could you speak a little bit about those mechanics for the audience out there?
Yeah, so what's called Mother Base. It's basically Big Boss's opportunity to rebuild his army. He builds these platforms out in the Seychelles, and he expands it by taking out materials and resources from the various theaters of war like Afghanistan and Africa. He'll bring them back to Mother Base by either in his pocket or Fultoning them. This includes personnel.
Yeah, I was picking up flowers and foliage and stuff, and they were like, "This has healing properties."
Yeah, you never even know like what thing will work.
I like it though.
Make
It's
a
almost
tranquilizer
like
dart or
doing like an RPG type of thing, just gathering and hunting and gathering and
and all those resources, they can be used on Mother Base to develop new weapons or make resources available to your combat deployment groups that will go out and complete missions for you. Or if you go back out on the field, you can call in some of these resources from Mother Base and use them on your missions and your side ops.
So Metal Gear Solid has been very famous for lengthy cutscenes, really awesome, in-depth, possibly complicated storyline, convoluted, different. Okay. So are we going to be getting that kind of, the same kind of thing, long cutscenes and all that good stuff?
There is a very strong story built within this game. It's interwoven within the gameplay. It's part of, various scenes that you'll watch and that'll take place.
Do you know how many hours of cinematics we're getting in the game?
I mean, I don't want to give you a number per se, but there is definitely a deep and engrossing story that you can take advantage of and learn a lot about, the mission that Big Boss is on and all the people around him and the various characters that you come across within this mission. There's so much content in terms of not just gameplay, but in this visual story that you take in.
So can you tell us a little bit more about the open world and how that works? You're going back to the base, then you're going on separate missions in different parts of the world, right? Yeah. How big are these areas that we explore, and is it going to take us 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive hours to finish an area, or are there small objectives that you complete, go back to base, then come back to the same area?
Could take longer. It's really up to the player to decide how long they want to spend in each area, and there's advantages and disadvantages that come with doing it that way. So for instance, if you never head back to Mother Base, there might be some infighting, there might be some difficulties with your personnel, and you'll get
personnel fight each other?
Yeah, you might get a little drained. You might want to come back, take a shower, especially if you have a hard time avoiding getting detected. Then you might get some blood on your clothes or on your body, and you might want to go take a shower or something along those lines.
That's in the game? Yeah. Taking a shower is in the game?
It absolutely is. So there's reasons to go back to Mother Base more than just to get through the story or to avoid getting through the story, but it's up to the player. They can spend all that time.
Are there any mini games back in Mother Base? If we're taking a shower, can we play cards, poker, or something?
There's a lot of things you can do at Mother Base, obviously, as well.
Customizing it, that is really exciting.
You can change the color, you can add emblems. There's a lot of different aspects to the way you can grow Mother Base, what you put into it in terms of resources you pull out of the field and what you put into it while you're there, customizing and changing it.
Pulling resources out of the field, one of the funniest mechanics to me is that balloon. I mean, it's great. Yeah, I see how much fun you guys have doing it every single time.
Of course, every time.
This time you mixed it up and you put a balloon on a dog. There was a random husky, I think it was, that you found in the middle of a desert. I don't know how it got there, but you put a balloon on it and it went into the base. Are we going to see that dog again?
Exactly. That's the puppy that grows up to be D-Dog, one of your buddies in the game that you can send out. And we had the demonstration here at our booth where we showed that he has a lot of different options in order to help you on the field. So that's
the gameplay and trailer that you showed was amazing. It was really awesome. All right, so there was a little bit of concern in the community from what we've seen and stuff lately. We're a little concerned that there may be microtransactions. There was rumors or some screens that said, you know, disabled, but it seemed like there might be microtransactions. That concerns us. Could you talk a little bit about what that system was, and is there microtransactions in this game?
There are some microtransactions involved in the game. Okay. So this is something that we allowed in the game for players.
It's not timers and paywalls and mobile crap like that, is it?
What it does is allows players to basically, you know, finish the efforts they made in the game a little bit quicker, a little bit differently. Different from, say, unlocking it, which you can also do. So this is completely optional. It's something that players can use to, you know, help them throughout the game if they're having trouble. But in general, you can unlock everything. There's no difficulty with just ignoring that aspect of the game and just unlocking everything naturally.
Yeah, that's what we were concerned about, because when those microtransactions creep in the game, it feels like maybe development will develop the game specifically to be a little bit more of a grind.
No,
so those options are more attractive. What you're saying is those are just options out there that are for rich people.
Well, in general, Metal Gear Solid 5 is being designed for a wide variety of players. We want to open it up to people who maybe haven't tried the Metal Gear series before, and they might have a little trouble getting past some of these hurdles. So we want to make it easier for them by using this method. But I mean, in general, for that hardcore player, and really, you know, everyone who wants to try it this way, you can unlock everything naturally in the game, and that's perfectly viable as well.
And can we talk a little bit about multiplayer? Have you guys said anything more about that, the online features of the game?
Oh, we can speak a little about the forward operating bases. Yep. So this is an option that allows you to build these little bases, extensions of your mother base. And what this will enable you to do is you can build some defenses there, and players may want to attack it. But likewise, you can go out into other people's FOBs and take out their resources and maybe even Fulton out their players.
How are we going to know whose base we're attacking? Is there names on them or anything like that?
I don't want to give too much details about it in general, but yeah, there's a lot of options where you can basically face off against anybody you want who's playing online with you.
But do you actually fight them? They're in the same game and you're shooting at each other?
You can fight other players, for sure.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So I must ask this. There has been controversy. There has been a lot of questions, confusion, you know, broken hearts, everything. We're wondering about, because we love the franchise. We love what's been built here. What's going to happen with the future of this franchise? Are we going to see, is this like the last game we're ever going to see with Metal Gear set in stone? Are we going to see additional games?
Well,
future?
September 1st is the release for this game. Obviously, you know, we're very excited, eager to release this one, get it out, see what people think of it. We have Metal Gear Online is attached with it. This is a multiplayer experience that we hope will progress and players will enjoy for a long time. We have the FOBs. Again, all these things that we are part of this game, this part of this experience that we really hope will be something that players will really enjoy. Speaking about beyond that, you know, Metal Gear is a very important franchise for Konami. We're not going to just abandon it, and we already have spoken about hiring for new material, hiring for things down the road. I can't really give any details about any future releases at this time, but I can say that this is not a franchise that we're abandoning with the end of Metal Gear Solid 5, and just in general for Metal Gear Solid 5. I mean,
it's a messed up situation, and I'm just wondering if this is the end, or if you guys are going to continue to make games as Konami with the Metal Gear Solid license.
Metal Gear as a franchise is something that we want to continue, and we're going to do so with the hiring of new staff, hiring of additional people to help us make games down the road. Again, more details beyond that I can't really share with you at this time, but
thank you.
It's definitely something we're dedicated with.
So again, September 1st on consoles, right?
Yes.
And September
Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3.
And then it's on Steam.
September 15th, I'm sorry, on PC Steam.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Of course.
And we'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show.